I keep saying this word augmentation because I really think we as a community need to be talking about this more. The idea here is that I truly do not believe that we're going to be able to automate out anytime soon backup administrators. If anything, they've been in survival mode and executing day zero and day one operations without effective day two operations. This is our way to bring day two operations into the fold in a more consistent fashion. So think of things like using the in-product assistance of Veeam Intelligence, being able to run queries in natural language, right? Because you understand the question that you want to ask and you don't want to go into the help center documentation and have to really translate that in your own brain, especially again if English is not your first language. Something that has been around since before COVID even is something called intelligent diagnostics. Now this is a machine learning function, but the idea is we can scan against knowledge base articles from our own tech support teams and identify common misconfigurations within the Veeam infrastructure. It can then alert you that that common misconfig exists and recommend remediation actions using the in-product assistance. So this is a really great way for you to get ahead of some of the things that you know as a data operator can get in the way of not only achieving SLAs, but also keeping your environment secure from threat, because misconfigurations are usually the area where bad actors are going to exploit. We've had some really great interactions with the chat too. Robert on LinkedIn mentioned had potential ransomware alarms in Veeam 1. It alerted proxies a lot, and it had a dashboard that I can see with these predefined alarms. So again, this is Veeam putting things into context so that you can understand why we think there may be some sort of anomalous activity happening. Rick, I know that this is one that you guys on your team talk quite a bit about. Anything you want to add?
No, I was just quickly grabbing my phone to reply to Robert that you can adjust the sensitivity and the thresholds for that possible ransomware activity alarm. And actually, Robert, we've actually given this some thought on how is this alarm practically sitting next to the comprehensive inline malware detection? Do we have them both? And the current consensus is yes, because the possible ransomware activity alarm does not ensure that it is also being backed up and then subject to the inline malware detection. So in regards to the false positives, probably the best practice here is to tune the sensitivity up a little bit if some of your normal behaviors will trigger that. It's given me, I remember distinctly in 2022 when at a Veeam keynote, Kirsten Stoner had that exact alarm, Robert. And it's not so much just having it, but it's what you do with that alarm. And Kirsten had that alarm trigger a script to run a smart power plug to turn on a bubble machine and a light on stage. And if you can do that, you can also get the alerts and information to the right people as well. So I would recommend tuning that along with making sure that inline malware detection, which also needs some tuning, maybe some exclusions as well, that that can be really tuned just right for your environment, because it's hard. It's really hard to make base disk activity and network the only determinant. So it's reasonable to expect there would be some false positives.
And on that front too, these are things that the Veeam team put into place based on QA and customer feedback. But we now have the ability to be able to make a lot of these improvements using community feedback.